is advised that, instead of paying this amount of money on rent, there are lands that people are ready to sell. They are willing. They are not listening. Oh, they are not leasing the land so that it could still be more and more valuable to them. They are selling it off completely. They want to sell. Emeka said, how much? Somebody said, well, you are Emeka. Aliyu came. He said, I'm Aliyu. Another one came. He said, I'm Adekunle. Adekunle is a Yoruba man. And the seller is a Yoruba man. And Adekunle asked, how much is this plot of land? The Yoruba seller, the Akotilator, that is going to blame other people for his misfortune and his unfortunate life in the future, is there. Adekunle asked, how much is this land? And the seller, a supposed Yoruba man, feels like, no, I am selling the land for 10 naira. Adekunle feels like, no, that's too much. 10 naira. Emeka said, I'll pay. 10 naira, that's much, I know, but I'll pay. Since you are selling everything to me for life, the land, everything belongs to me. Yeah, I'll pay. Aliyu came, he said, I'll pay too. Then this Yoruba seller becomes greedy. Number one, his fellow Yoruba brother is out of the picture if he can no longer match Emeka's money. Remember, his greed is making him to sell his inheritance. His short-sightedness is making him forget that he's also going to have offsprings. People who could actually make use of that same valuable land in the future. No. He wants to sell it. He wants to eat it right now because he didn't know when he's going to die. So why should he actually keep it for his own child? Listen, now he's becoming greedier, right? He doesn't care whoever is going to buy as long as you can pay the price. Listen, you are listening to this story if you're a Yoruba man, blaming an Igbo man, blaming an Hausa man, looking for somebody to blame because they have come to stay in that Yoruba land called Lagos. They have come to stay. And I have some education to give to you as well in this case, okay? Even though we know they have destroyed the education, they have miseducated many of you, and they have now breeded you to become this uneducated, hateful, disdainful, somebody who is loathful of others. In fact, somebody who hates his own life so much that he blames other people for everything that is happening to him. It might not be your fault fully, but look at this story. This is the genesis of it. Your own forebearers, because of what they would eat or whatever they wanted then, they sold off your inheritance. And today, you can no longer blame, those who were foresighted enough for their own descendants, for somewhere safe, comfy, not somewhere where irritants like you, miseducated people like you, poorly educated people like illiterates like you, right? Unsuccessful people like you will continue to blame other people for your unfortunate existence without you thinking deep. I'm asking you to think deep now. When you want to use the word bastard on anybody, I think some of you should begin to use them on your fathers, on your mothers, on those before you. They lay this foundation that eventually put you in this defensive. Look at you, lost, completely confused, and still very much chasing shadow. Listen to this story. Your fathers, your progenitors became greedy. In their scheme, they were looking for the highest bidder. And if a maker ended up paying 15 naira for a plot of land that is meant to be sold for 1 naira, right? A Yoruba man came and he said, I want to buy this. This land shouldn't be more than 2 naira. Why should you want to sell it for 10 naira? They said, don't sell to Yoruba. Don't sell to Yoruba. If you sell it to the Yorubas, they don't pay well. Do you know that? Do you? No, you don't. Well, so many of the lands that you have around there, Yoruba land today, it will shock you that many of them, well, not many, a sizable portion of them anyway, are not owned by Yorubas. They are owned by individuals from outside Yoruba land, right? Consortiums. And those who sold those lands, right? They didn't sell them for any development as they would have told you, right? They didn't. They sold them for their immediate comfort. Their children, their descendants in the future, they are going to come back and blame those who bought them from them. Like many of you are blaming your unfortunate lives on those your parents sold your inheritance to. Today, you're asking them to go back to where they come from. Are you really serious? Now, listen to this. They made you useless for a reason. Your inheritance were sold off as scraps. And today, some of you are now completely lost, only useful when rhetorics that borders on hatred, division, and then threat, are on the table, so to say. You are made for that. But that is on Yoruba. Now, look at it this way. After they have managed to sell off all their inheritance, including to those they would blame later for their unfortunate lives. Now, look at this part. The real owners of the land are completely pushed into the back and back and back. And I think some of them are no longer comfortable staying in the back anymore. Do you understand? Some of you have no land to sell anymore, especially in Lagos. You have no land to sell anymore. Some of you are waiting for your poor parents to die, Abi, so that you can sell off their houses and sell them off to developers. That's how much the economic basket of Lagos State to start with has been privatized by Tinubu and family. Like I said, none of this will really matter anymore, especially for many of you who have really signed off on this enslavement. But you should never be so kind of daft enough that you are going to then rub your frustration on the rest of the people who are trying to keep their heads above water. You might be angry, but you need to use that word, bastard. You need to use it very, very carefully. Because starting with me, Mayegun General, the general overseer of the Temple of Truth, one-man battalion with millions of ready-made battalions behind. We don't represent hatred. And then we would always remind the rest of the world that we are not bastards, that actually we do know our own parents. But you see, the person they want to use as a symbol of morality in Yoruba land is an aberration, an infiltrator, an impostor, somebody who has a stolen identity. I am not ashamed to tell you about my father. I am not ashamed to tell you about my mother. I am so proud and always will be proud to tell you the family tree I come from. You can go and fact check. How many of you calling people bastards can indeed tell us the father, the mother, the family of Tinubu. How many of you? Ẹ̀yin ọmọ àlè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti dàgbà wàhálà ti dé o. That is what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. The ọmọ àlès of Yoruba land have now grown up. They didn't just grow up. They have access to wealth and power. And there we found ourselves, a dilemma of a people. Here we found ourselves. Àwọn ọmọ àlè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti dàgbà o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jígìrì o. Tinubu and his gang, the damages they have done, coupled with the damages of APC, ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́. If you are lying to yourselves, please, dẹ̀ṣánú àwọn ọmọ yín. Have mercy on your children. Now, here is what we have. These are the people who preaches. See, all I'm saying to you right now is not out of hatred. Listen, if you feel that way, I am so sorry for you. I am stating facts. And if you don't believe me, these guys are so shameless. Even if they say you be pastor. Me, I'm not a pastor. I am a general overseer of the temple of truth. When I see this, I believe I can really do better. Please don't give excuse for her, okay? Because this is who they are.
Ìtẹ̀ṣe bá ṣe nífẹ̀ẹ́ yìí tó ẹ̀bà jẹ́ àwọn kan bínú à ń bínú ọmọ wa sísá mi tún wá lọ bímọ fún Ìgbò. Ṣé kí n lọ kó Obieze wá? Obieze lẹ ti gbà bọ̀dé. Olórí Obieze lẹ ti gbà bọ̀dé. Ó tún lọ mú kámẹ́rà wá lọ́ọ̀lì ẹ̀ ní sí ẹ ti gbà bọ̀dé. A máa jogún yín ni àwa la máa jogún yín. Àgọ́ wa ló máa dádì ẹ̀ yìí. A máa jogún yín. Láì ṣe pé yìí nìkan ni aráàlú. Haúsá wà ń bí àgbà wọn láyè. Kàlàbá wà ń bí àgbà wọn láyè. Ẹ wá ń bèrè pé báwo ni tí wàá ṣe jẹ́. Ọlọ́run ò ní gbà fún yín.
If you don't understand Yoruba, what Remi Werepe was saying there, this was 4 years ago. Well, no, not 4 years, about 3 years ago, nearly 4 years ago now, okay? So Remi Werepe was talking to some other people she met at the polling units. And before that election, they were talking about Bokwari's election. Oh, that was Bokwari's second term. Yeah, in 2019. So Remi had a chance of seeing the Lagosians who came there to vote as well. Did you see that? Did you see that mentality? We allow you to come here. We are going to inherit all of you. Can you imagine? My brother even married Igbo. Do you want me to call Obieze? Obieze, where is Obieze? My brother married Igbo, but we all know that you have all compromised. How dare you say you don't want to support Bokwari when you know that that is what Tinubu wanted? You are telling us that in this Lagos, APC will lose. After we allowed you. You get that? That is the mentality they are saying. If you go everywhere on social media, you will see this illiterate, miseducated, and incomposed, right? As like most of them, like, you feel sorry for them. I actually feel sorry for some of you too, who are living outside Nigeria, and your bigotry, the bigotry in you, that Tinubu and gang represent. You as a Yoruba man, you are going about, stupidly, commenting here and there, talking about you being a proud Yoruba man. Then on the other hand, the Igbos must this, that one must that. Do you know, listen, there's something called dog whistle. Dog whistle is when you ask yourselves, right? that are the Igbos the only ones in Lagos? There are others too, Abi. So how come that it's like a dog whistle for them? They repeat the same thing. A proud Yoruba man, because of Tinubu and his gang, will tell you, we welcome you to Lagos to become billionaires. Tinubu's Lagos that all of you are saying you are not going to agree with him. Tinubu made many of you billionaires in Lagos. We gave you house. We gave you everything. Now, according to them, Lagos State, the Lagos State in Yoruba land was created in 1999. All thanks to Almighty Tinubu, who gladly, in his wisdom, he created Lagos State. Thank you very much, Baba. Thank you. According to this miseducated street agberos on social media. So when Tinubu now created Lagos, he started giving people opportunities. And somehow, he just gave the Igbos so much opportunity in Lagos that Lagos started producing Igbo billionaires. Okay. Now, me, I am jealous. You know why? For 22 years, 22 years, Tinubu is yet to create one single Yoruba billionaire who is a trader from Lagos. Do you know any? Do you? I know. But he's managed to create agberos who sells nothing but collects money. From the record in Lagos State alone, a total of 172 billion naira is conveniently passing through the hands of Lagos agberos collecting rubber every day of the week. Do you know that? Do you? So if you are looking for billionaires, you are going to see them among agberos who have no real business. If I'm lying, oh yeah, Jamie, I'm reading the comments. Tell me the Yoruba trader that suddenly became the billionaire from Lagos State, created by your Tinubu that is creating billionaire Igbos in Lagos. How come na tout in they create? You as a Yoruba man, are you not ashamed? Are you not? MC Olueron is a billionaire. And I know, if that is your number one name, are you not ashamed of yourselves? Then say education. Education is the best legacy. Education is educate. All of you are now you are now graduating to come and become social media PR man. I am a special advisor to MC Olueron on media. Baba, you could I employ you to be replying Twitter. Tell us that they employ you to be replying Facebook. Which one is a PA to MC Olueron? PA to MC Olueron on media. Which media? Waiting MC wanted media. When of it tell himself. Graduates are now serving those who were supposed to, the economic imbalance, Abi. Those are the billionaires. Apart from that, the other billionaires are your political criminals they have around you. They have no business. I mean, no business. Even MC Olueron still created, they say MC Olueron created jobs, something like this, something like this. They create job, but your politicians don't. They create sellers. Anyway, let's go back up there. A little one more. So he's creating rich Igbos. That is the impression. That's what Remy was saying. Remy was like, we have been nice to all of you. You Igbos. And you are saying that you are not going to follow my husband. We are going to inherit all of you. You know what they are looking for? Do you want me to tell you a secret? Let me tell you a secret. There are many, because Tinubu and gang, they have spread the virus of miseducation, poor education or no education at all, destruction of education in Yoruba land, for example. They have spread it beyond Lagos. Like I told you, right? The real owners of the land, the real people of Lagos who have been shortchanged, who have now turned to Ogunlere, selling land, selling houses, selling anything that is sellable. Today, the likes of Tinubu and gang, they have created army of jobless, uninspiring, unambitious Yoruba, young and old, as you are watching this video. You know what they are looking for? May something just happen, Jare. May we teach these Igbo people a lesson. May something just happen, Jare. May we teach all these people when no be Yoruba a lesson in Yoruba land. You know what that lesson is? Something they are not even prepared for. They are not even like equipped for. They are looking for a time that something is going to happen. That all of you, Igbos, Hausas, non-Yorubas, you have to like run back to your different regions. They are waiting for that. And this election may be it. Because the way they are, if Tinubu should lose, they are going to blame the Igbos. Trust me. Just same way. If you remember, what's the call her? Osho Abiola. I think it was called Ozo. Is it Ozo Abiola or Osho Abiola? Where they said, if Abiola should lose, it's because the Igbos are not supporting him. Then from nowhere, Author Nzeribe can't go court, go get court injunction that they should stop announcing Abiola. And before you know it, what happened? Osu Abiola, 1993. The Igbos, who are supposed to be Nigerians, Lagosians, many of them born in Lagos, they started what? A mass exodus back to eastern Nigeria. This Tinubu and his army of jobless, illiterate, hungry alakpama shishes. They are not interested in work. They are not trained to work. They are not trained to create wealth. We have army of illiterate Yorubas right now. 22 years of democracy, destruction of education, destruction of the economy, and privatization of opportunities in Yoruba land. 22 years of that. It has created army of jobless young people and old people. At the same time, unambitious, unproductive, unemployable young people in mass number. Guess what? In this fraction, as frustrated as they are, some of them have pitted their tents with APC. Guess what they are waiting for? An opportunity. Make something just happen. Maybe they just bounce on anyone. Maybe now Hausa then go bounce on, maybe now Igbos then go bounce on. They will blame you for their poverty. They will blame you for the corruption in the land. They will blame you. And guess what they are looking for? Amajogun, which is, we will inherit all your properties. Continue to spend your money here. Continue to do this or that. But I'm going to allay your fear. They can't do anything. That is how effed up they have become. I'm talking about army of deluded, no future young people. In Yoruba land, there are many. Read the comment. Oh yeah, start reading the comment. You will see there. They have nothing, absolute nothing, right, to sell to you, other than, well, Tinubu made people, and at the same time, he deserved it. It is their right. And if you don't want to honor that, one day we are going to kill you and we'll take over your property. You see that mansion you are building in Lagos, the one you are building here and there. One day, all of us here, they have told us, we'll chase you back to where you come from. We'll chase you back to this or that. You know, they say that all the time. You know that. But it is not that easy. Let's educate them. Tinubu and gang will not inherit anybody. In fact, this whole house of cards is going to collapse the moment Tinubu kicks bucket. Right? There is a man called Adedibu in Ibadan. Adedibu was so powerful, so connected, right? That he was considered as one of the standing pillars that was holding Nigeria together at the time. It was party to military, it was party to politicians. It was like somebody that could start a wahala that could spread all over Yoruba land. It was revered. He never really did that much, other than he showed that off and he handed that and he was rewarded with it. To the point that he was so powerful, he could remove a governor. He removed a governor. How? He had thugs. NURTW, all motor parks. Now, if you want to cause a problem in any society, you will, if you hurt the transportation system of that society, everything will come to a ground halt. And that's why violence and the people who control violence are the people who control your politics, if you pay attention very well. So when people come out and start talking about ideas, let us talk about issues, let us debate ideas. There is no idea, there is no issues in Nigeria politics or the Nigeria political lexicon. Don't bring it there. It's not. Violence, take it by fire. That is the definition of Nigeria politics. And if you remember Adedibu, he was that powerful and influential. The day he died, it didn't take 3 months for the fraudulent empire to collapse. Well, maybe well, it never recovered, by the way, but Tinubu's empire will collapse. All of the stolen land, stolen this or that will collapse. And you see, all of the lies they've told you, they will also collapse. It's just going to be so sad that you will realize then that they have wasted your lives. You have wasted your lives, believing that they actually had a plan, and their plan, which actually they did, they had a plan, and they always have plans. In all the plans, you are not involved. You are not what? Involved. And the earlier you know, the better, they say. Here is something I figured out. I was talking to someone, I said, you see, one of the things you will learn why you should never even, spare your energy in any way on this Nigeria political charade is that the rogues that brought all the divisions and the frustration upon everyone, these guys are friends. They are friends. And as we speak, from what Yinka Odumakin told us, I don't know if you remember this. Yinka Odumakin, late Yinka Odumakin, once told us that Tinubu is over 70. Put it this way. Now, this is Tinubu's real picture, okay? Don't worry yourself about any other thing they try to put out there. And if you want to have a close one where there is no makeup or anything, here is that one, all right? This is his true picture, okay? Now, they said Tinubu's sister, right? Tinubu's sister in Iragbiji, that she died. No, hang on. First, they said Tinubu's wife died recently. Not so recent anymore. Probably like about 3-4 years ago. So his wife died and she was 74. His first wife, right? Now, they said that Oyetola, you see that Oyetola, the governor of Osun, is the son to Tinubu's sister. So, if Oyetola is 68 today, how then, and Oyetola is a son to Tinubu's sister? Come on, how come Tinubu is only 2 years older than Oyetola? People are asking anyway. Well, leave all that. So if you are looking at it, this is his real picture. Okay, if you are looking for now they said if you now have to fight to defend these people in any way, remember one thing: you are just a pawn on their chess table, right? Because the last time I saw them, the Boko Haram sympathizer, the Boko Haram, the person who facilitated the kidnapping of Chibok girls, and then blame it on Goodluck Egberejo Lantern, the man they call Ologogoro. Listen, some of you call Jonathan Ologogoro Abi because you believe that he was an Ologogoro man, Abi. Fine. That Ologogoro man is now is now somebody they are now kind of romancing. Elder statesman, come and support Kolu. Kolu is going to, and Jonathan was like, you know what, Elder, give me your hand. Give me your hand. Let's go. Watch your steps. Like that. Right? So, it was when I started, I said, do not get mad at me. If you have any anger in you, you should look around you, okay? And then cherish what they have created. If it's worth your anger, get angry. Not at me, but at the system that promotes this senile, crop of people. Like, they have to hold his hand, by the way. They have to. Yeah? They have to hold his hand. I don't know why they do that all the time. Like, it's an adult, for goodness sake, But anyway, let's put that aside. You have your choice. The story is there. Dot the line and cross the T's, as they say. And when you make up your mind, and whatever you make it up on, please don't blame anybody. You see, one of the questions that people ask is this. And I want to say this before I kind of go. I actually want to take calls tonight. It's been a while. Is that when people hear me do my program like this, sometimes they feel like they try to act. People love to act like I think how should I put that? Like in denial? No, not in denial. Kind of a pretend that they don't know what Mayegun actually does on Mayegun's Diary Political. I have done over 1,000 series on why I don't believe in Nigeria or Nigeria's political system. No. There are times I've done my series to explain to you that the fraud called restructuring, right, is now stale. And I said, if we all want to show it that we do love Nigeria for real, we know the division, we know what is causing all of this. How about we decide, right, to go our separate ways? And I've done thousands of series on that too. But you know one thing, before that finally happens, right, we who are asking that do the right thing, let everybody go their separate ways. Okay? Stop forcing it. Stop forcing this one Nigeria of a thing. Some of you can't even defend it, other than to blackmail yourself to accept what it is and hope for what it will be. As some of you live on that hope and all that lies, right? So some of us who have agreed that, listen, being honest is the first solution to any problem. Honesty is that we are not compatible. But whatever you do now affects every one of us. You know that? Because, yes, Nigeria still exists until we get to that critical stage where the mass of you would agree, true, that the only thing we haven't tried, you would have tried everything, Abi. Tried democracy, tried military, tried this, tried that. You would have tried almost everything, Abi. Now, the only thing you haven't tried is autonomous regions where everybody can go and do their own affairs according to their ways. But since some of you chose what you would choose anyway, I have chosen what I have chosen, and that is the path that will eventually see to the end of the Nigeria problem. You don't agree with that? Fine. But when you go out there to validate any of their fraud charade called election, the consequences of that decision is not left or limited to you alone. Okay? Yes, it's not limited to you alone. And if you don't understand what that means, right? The total number of people they said voted for Bukwari, as much as they shouted they are change in 2014, 2015, yeah? The total total number of people who voted for, or who they said voted for APC, Egbekegbe, in 2015 was put at how much? 15 million. Abi? Now, those who voted for people destroying people, PDP, they were put at what? 12 million, Abi? Add all of them together, they are less than 30 million, Abi? Now, they said the population of Nigeria is over 200 million. So are you telling me, yeah, that when the 15 millions who chose APC, Egbekegbe, when they made their decision, are they the only people suffering the consequences of that today? Of course not. You know that, Tabi. So which simply means, as long as every one of you continue to follow the rule book written, right, plotted by your own political criminal leaders, then I am a minority. I'm just a sort of people like me. We are what? We are the minute voice trying to ring the right messages into your subconscious mind. So the only thing you haven't tried is to look into that. Okay, you've tried almost everything. Nigeria is not united still. Nigeria is not prosperous still. Nigeria is terrorized still. Corruption is everywhere still. Human rights abuses is everywhere still, right? And you have tried almost everything. Stop lying to yourselves. The only thing you haven't tried is what people like myself are proposing. It's not a fight. It's not a war, right? Until you listen, we won't keep quiet. And at the same time, until you reason, yeah, we will never stop reminding you the consequences of your actions. They are not limited to you. They are not. I mean, look at the whole thing. Every calamity you brought upon Nigeria since 1999 till date, the one you brought in the last 7 years, it's not limited to you. Who are making those decisions? Right? So therefore, you have no goddamn sense to ask, what is your business with Nigeria, since what you want is Yoruba nation? The reasons why we are not even having that conversation about Yoruba nation or Biafra is because you believe the lie that Nigeria represents, and you are ready to live that lie, to experience, to live it until you die. But fine, that puts us where? It puts us in the opposition to that. But you should remember this. We will continue to voice our own opinion on all your choices. And maybe one day soon, just soon, right? We will make you stop. Nigeria will make you stop. And at the same time, we'll be here to remind you something you haven't tried is to break up Nigeria into everyone handling their own affair and see how the respect will grow, how everything. Because look at this. It is so stupid for anybody who is a Yoruba man or a Yoruba woman, yeah? And you have your family members who are now citizens of America. They are now Americans. My uncle de America is an American. Oh, I've got this, my family in the UK, they are British. You remember when they first went to apply for their visa? You remember when they first left Nigeria? And you remember when they called you that they are now citizens, which means they are now entitled to everything every resident or citizen of that same country enjoys. And you are happy for them. Because what does that mean? More money for you. More kind of comfort for your family. The more successful your family members are outside Nigeria, the likelihood of you managing to get away from the Nigerian pang of poverty. You know it. You know what I'm talking about. But you are stupidly, foolishly, ignorantly telling people that they have to leave your land because they are not grateful to you. Are you that mad? Your brothers and sisters, that are now mostly your uncles, you are there sharing this. Uzo Okafor, elected MP, Manitoba consists in order. Hey, hi, Uncle Uzo. I remember when Uncle Uzo left Nigeria 18 years ago. Hi, he just won and he big. I remember when Chike, I remember when Bola, I remember when Rashida left, all that stuff. What they are planting in your head to hate other people, right? Simply because they have money, they are living with you right there. They are the same citizen right there. Your own people are benefiting the same thing abroad, right? And that is what hate or hatred does to you. Read your mind. If you are among those who are living outside Nigeria, and you have seen the reckless the recklessness of those who had the opportunity of making that land better, right? Today, some of you cannot return back to Nigeria. Because if you return back to Nigeria, where are you going to stay? Lagos. Or where? Can you go back to your state too? Can you go back to where you come from in Yoruba land today? So many of you can't. You won't. You know it. Some of you are even scared to go back to Nigeria today. But from that you are abroad, you are also living that your bigoted life, that your bigotry life, that is not even beneficial to anybody in Yoruba land. Being bigoted, being a bigot, right, is only satisfying and working in the favor of your own oppressors, whether they are shaking, whether they are vibrating, whatever they are doing, none of whatever they do is in your interest. I just thought I should remind you. I'm going to stop here. I want to take calls. So if you see any Lagos Abobaku will get time enough that you are bold enough, you can pick up that phone and call back. Let me go and make myself another cup of tea. Okay? I'll come back to you to this later, and I'll take calls, by the way. I have my first caller on the line. Are you still there, sir?
Yes, I'm still on my ego. Good
Fantastic.
evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm fine, my ego. This is Bishop calling from Lagos.
Ah, Bishop. It's been a long time, sir. How are you tonight?
My brother is a long go, but I'm always watching you every night, listening to you every night.
Thank
you,
Baba.
Thank you for the good work.
I'm glad you actually you're my first caller tonight. So it's good to have you.
Yes, so yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. I just came back from Dubai last night, so
right.
Tell
me about Dubai.
I followed you through my stay in Dubai also. Dubai is fine, and Dubai is fine. Just that some of our Nigerians are just being stupid with their ways of doing things over there. The country is fine. It's just for you to play with the rules of the government over there. They are simple people. They go about their business. Yes, just they go about their business. But our people that forgot where they are coming from, try to misplace the priority given to them on a platter of gold. So let them face the
consequences of their
action. So actions, yes, that is just the truth.
Yeah, Bishop. Now you are here, sir. So you can be part of this story too.
So yes, concerning APC and the Jagaban himself and his cohort, it's our time. The obedient and the articulated should face the reality. Although the articulated have no problem because they are based on the same feathers with the Jagabans of the APC. You understand? But the obedient, they are the ones I want to advise. You see, this present election is not meant for the Igbos. I'm sorry if I'm going to be blunt, but I just have to be blunt.
Please,
you see, they should have allowed this election to be between Atiku and Tinubu.
Okay.
Let the two old fools drag it out. If the election is going to make Nigeria a better place in 2023, we all see it. If it's going to divide Nigeria, we all see it with our eyes. Do you know the plan that this APC had for the Igbos in the next coming election?
Tell us.
The areas that they know that the Igbos are going to vote massively for either the PDP or Obedient, they are going to cause serious chaos in those areas, and the election in those areas will be null and void.
I won't be surprised.
I'm telling you, because what I heard from somebody today that came visiting me, he told me that is the actual plan of the APC in Lagos, especially. There are most areas that they know that the Igbos are going to get votes, that they are going to cause chaos in those areas and make sure election results are not counted in that area.
I know. They did it last time in Lagos.
Yes.
You remember? Okota area.
Last time, yes.
Like this,
yes.
Even one of the touts was actually mobbed and killed. You remember that video? One of them that came to disrupt the whole election.
I remember the video now. That place is closer to my late father's house in Ago there.
See?
My father has the house in Ago. You understand? These are the plans.
And that was Buhari. This is Tinubu. They are already saying that they are going to chase Yorubas, right? Yorubas that doesn't support Tinubu. They are going to chase them out of Yoruba land. If they see any Igbo, they will. So they are already angling for God knows what if they are prepared anyway.
Exactly. Now come to the issue of the Lagos Park management. You see, I remember in those days, in the early 40s, 50s, 80s something in America, these guys are mobsters. This NURTW or Lagos State Park Management, they are mobsters. These guys are mobsters.
And they are mostly controlled by
they had no
leaders
value.
and all that.
Leaders, exactly. They have no. They are having, as in they had no value to the city, to the state, to the community.
No.
I'm telling you. And just like you said, you have graduates working under this miscreant, under this tout,
writing for them,
saying that they are creating yes, saying that they are creating labor, creating work for them. What kind of work is that?
Just to collect money from drivers.
In Dubai, the government manage.
That's the job of IBU now. What do they do?
The government manage in Dubai. The government manage the transportation system, and everything works perfectly well. So why can't the government take full responsibility of the transportation system in Nigeria, especially in Lagos State? Now they've zoned themselves in the entire Southwest. If you remember a video you shared some time ago, where Solomon was at a meeting with some heads of road union workers from each of the Southwest states before this man came from Edo State. What is something Kabaka? Came to pay me a visit in Lagos. Yes, came to pay Solomon visit in Lagos.
I remember. What
Solomon said, because it was somebody from that meeting that recorded that short video. He said that he wants representatives from each of these states to be at that meeting, so that they will work for the common goal of Tinubu becoming the president.
They've already got everybody on board.
Representative from each of the states.
They've already got everybody on board.
Yes.
They are like you see all these Boko Haram boys that they say they can be unleashed anytime. That's exactly what the NURTW are for the politicians. So they already have the control, and they are like they can unleash them anytime. And now that's sad.
Exactly. And number 2 again, Shetima being the vice president. Tinubu is playing with the devil himself. Tinubu is playing with the devil himself, because Shetima that has been exposed to be the founder, the leader of the Boko Haram people in Nigeria.
And it was said by Alimodu Sheriff. It wasn't something anybody made up, okay?
Yes.
This was said by Alimodu Sheriff.
Anybody made up, exactly.
That same Borono.
Exactly.
He said, you have no idea who Shetima is. If you know Shetima, you will never point your fingers at me about Boko Haram. And he's right.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Tinubu knows who Shetima is.
Of course.
But Tinubu wants to play a card whereby if our venture, the North will go against him, then he will use Shetima to unleash terror through the Boko Haram against the entire nation. Because I was surprised when Atai Dokubo came out to start speaking in favor of Tinubu, saying that when he was incarcerated by Obasanjo regime, that it was Tinubu that took care of his family, that bought house for him in Lagos, that took care of his wife. That means this man himself is part of the people causing the insurgency in Nigeria.
They've all been.
I would say because I'm a Yoruba man, I will shy away from.
Everything is connected.
It's connected, exactly. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. So people just have to think as they open their eyes.
What somebody said, Bishop,
I don't know to tell.
Bishop, you know what somebody said?
Somebody said, yes, my brother.
All of you people are just wasting your time. Tinubu is your next president. I'm like, is that a threat?
Exactly.
If you say Buhari no be your president, who is suffering under him? Who are those who are like, So you are not doing anybody any favor for any reason. Don't threaten anybody with Tinubu or Atifko anybody. If you don't like it, go and rock transfer. Listen, you are doing yourselves, not me, no any other. Most people who talk about Nigeria, sir, they are not directly affected, though. They could avoid Nigeria. You know that?
Yes.
So if anybody feels like Tinubu being your president is actually a big thing, you are not threatening anybody, okay? Buhari is still your president.
No,
dealing with that, Abi.
Not at all. Not at all. I do tell some of their party members within my vicinity here. I tell them, I say, okay, you people are supporting APC, supporting this thing. I say, but after the election, I give you people just 4 months. Then it is me. People come out and be begging for
so anybody that is your next president. Tinubu is your next president.
Exactly.
Who is your next president? Peter B is your next. You are not threatening anybody. All of you should calm down. Okay? Whatever you choose.
Yes, to calm down.
We just want you to know that you should be also ready to live with the consequences of it. Don't blame people for it. Don't say, and then make us go vote.
Yes.
No.
Don't blame me for it. Exactly.
Yeah, you're not doing anybody. Yourself.
At all. Exactly.
Thanks so much,
because
Bishop.
people say the truth and you decide to shy away from the truth.
That's your
My
business.
Thank you very much. Let me allow others to call in.
Sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Bishop. Meanwhile, I have another caller. Sorry. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you? Well, we are here. I'm surviving.
Hello. I know. You know, sorry, this election. Sorry, I mean, it's not a lasting match, but it's going to be very, very interesting.
Well, you say,
right?
You know, they say that ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú pẹ̀lẹ́rìn tọ́rọ̀ bá ti kọjá ẹkún gbà a kàn máa rẹ́rìn náà ni. So baba, a lè rẹ́rìn o, kò bí ipa rẹ́rìn o. Ṣé you know ṣá?
Exactly. You know, actually, gbogbo wa, first of all, pé bàbá sọ pé ọmọ wa níṣẹ́ tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká sílẹ̀ kẹ́sì tẹ́ lómi. Gbogbo that's where everybody is doing every time. The outside is doing it. Not for their own people. The Yoruba is doing it.
Exactly. But it hasn't led anybody anywhere.
Really? Surely gbogbo wa kọ́kọ́ náà ni gbogbo wa. Everybody máa lọ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ nígbà ìyá wa lọ láti.
Kashijoma pretend báyìí sìn, Kashijoma pretend. You know what some people said? Some people said pé àbọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ti bàjẹ́, ẹja bá gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ kí gbogbo wa tó máa lọ́n ti wá. But yẹn wà selfish because tó bá yẹ ká bàjẹ́ ni, tó bá yẹ ká bàjẹ́ sìn, right? A lè bá wọn dáwọ́ tó kájọ bàjẹ́. What about our own children? Imagine our own children in 20 years' time. Imagine what they will face. Imagine how is it going to be like. Me, I do think, Baba. I don't know about that. So
I know, but at the end of the day, what you imagine, I'm acting on sort of between my everybody, my landlord. I can't continue. Like, why don't you back to them with some people? Tinubu go on the sense here. Like that, yeah. Even the opinions we are saying,
you know, get see, Baba. I've told people I listen to him. Apart from telling us what could be and what could not be, but when you really want to hold him and pinpoint and say, "Oh yeah, convince me," you could actually change this one to that one. It just go on and on and on and on and on and on. It goes on and on and on and on, around it, and that's it until you are bored. You just ask him something else. I have studied that.
Of course, because he can't more solutions to problems. Particularly in Nigerian problem, you can't solve.
Because to solve Nigerian problem, you must identify it. You must identify the actors. You must say the truth. And saying the truth means you're going to ask us.
If you see the man when you're junior, what are you talking about? What's the level? Because you know what? Because the problem here go solve it. The situation is so bad. Between themselves, they're almost, but let's play along. And that's number two.
Going to play out.
I'm going to play. Sorry,
Benny.
Number one. Tinubu is number two.
So èmi tí mo mọ bàbá mi tí mo mọ ìyá mi ni àwọn ọmọ àtọ̀rìn wa àwọn ọmọ àtọ̀kọ́ wa balẹ̀ jẹ́ kan will now be calling me ọmọ àlè for Tinubu. Like one now.
Can you imagine?
Yellow is Yoruba said that kóbìnrin tó àtọ̀rìn ọkùnrin tó àtọ̀rìn ẹnìkan máa ṣe kí ni o máa lómi lẹ́yìn ẹsẹ̀ jura wọn. So it is about yes sir.
Kò sí ẹni tí o bá ti mọ ẹni tó bá ṣe kó tó bá dá láyé ìjọba máa bá ń bẹ̀ ni. Now I'm going to tell you one thing. Torí títì tí bàbá Olówó ṣe tó gbà ní òkèlè kọjá láti ìwọ̀n ní òkèlè lọ sí ayé pé gan. Benny.
And that is true.
I have been on the road many times myself. Yes.
Mm.
You know that league, the one thing they got on inside the shape, what the what about it?
And they are parading themselves. So, parade as a leader, Yoba, what we have done, if not for us. And we know that you have not done nothing. Nigeria.
I didn't know killing of what to check from what to check local government chairman. I do well. What was this year? What was going on? But there's a player in our role and then so you do ground rubbish. All of us shall not bash this because of my penny. Yeah, survive, but you ready to take around to buy it. Yeah, the number to buy your back. Oh, to back with the Bible see the Yatoma, I'm able to take time. So our rubbish are for joy. But only one should go to the
that's why I said that most of this story, Baba, many people have, this is not their first time. They've heard this story long time ago. They're just not interested in it. Story now.
Now, look, you just enough is enough to our own Mali. I put a lot of power for Mali. Mali, you know, about the question on my yeah, not the you by was already. Only but I mean, no, that's not a match.
We can say that. Baba. You have a good one, Baba. Nice one, eh? You know, we are Yorubas and nobody le fear.
Hello?
You know. Hello there.
Hey, Mayegun, what's up, brother?
I am so good. How are you?
The Lord will continue to bless you.
Amen to that. And you too.
By the mandate of heaven, by the ordinances of heaven, it is well with you and your family.
Amen to that, sir. Again.
I want to tell you this today.
Yes, sir.
There is a big Goliath in Nigeria. And we need one David to get rid of it. And I'm telling you this, you are the David that I'm going to say. That if Nigeria have ear, they could have listened to your words. And I'll tell you the first thing, the G is greed, which is troubling us in Nigeria. O is oppression. L is lies. I is idolatry. And A is armed robber. T is terrorist. H is hypocrite. But you have come to be the Goliath to explain all these things to Nigerians. But if you want to do, wow, lie. I wish all the Nigerians can listen to your messages. You could have changed Nigeria for better. Because out of all the people that come on internet talking about Yoruba nation, Yoruba this, Yoruba that, I think you are the only one. It's not because I come on your program. But I'm telling you this, that God has blessed you to bless all Nigerians, especially this Tinubu, as you call, line